You know what's really good about religion is when you get conned by them once, twice, three times, and you find out it's just talk and they don't have a walk that they actually follow, then it builds a person up to be really, really strong. You'll never fall for that bullshit again. So, just like this Christian guy is like pushing his ideas and concepts on me, I know the truth. So there's nothing he can do or say that would manipulate me into believing a lie because I've had 51 years of experience that tells me the truth. And it's not, his idea is that I'd be brainwashed. Yeah, you know who brainwashed me? Christians. They're the ones that told me the truth. I walked into their churches. They're the ones that told me the truth. Every time you talk to me, every time this Christian guy makes a post, he keeps telling me the truth about Christianity. And what's the truth? We're going to call you names like harlot. It's all about tearing you down. So it's like, how do you feel when you get torn down? I mean, this guy Ramahog, somebody obviously tore him apart, and obviously he enjoyed it. Like if you see what's being done to you and you think it's a good thing, then you'll go and be like them. Now, at first, I used to get fooled by religion because they all said, hey, we're all about love and we're all about building people up. And then you can kind of see, how do they build people up? By tearing you apart, by calling you a liar, by calling you you're Satan, by calling you you're evil. There's no fruit. There's nothing that actually backs that up. They're just, words they throw around. Um, you don't agree with them, so they'll just come up with, they're bullies in a schoolyard. They have no backup to what they're saying. Their ideas of love. I mean, if somebody loves you, don't you get that nice warm feeling? Don't you want to be around them all the time? I mean, what does love really, really feel like to you? I don't see 1 ounce of this guy showing me any sign of love. Like, he's showing me everything but hate. Every single thing that he says to me feels like hate. I feel hated by him. He really, really hates me. And, he says he's trying to tell me the truth, but it's only his truth. While he experiences hate, he wants me to go and jump on his bandwagon and see nothing but hate in all people, too. Because that's all he can see is hate. Jesus says, love everybody, love your enemy. All he sees is hate. Hate so much he's got to change it. He's got to figure out how to be able to see the goodness in other people. But he can't right now. All he can see is the badness in everybody. And he tells me that every time he makes a post. He sees nothing but bad about me. And it's like, what is really wrong with me? What is so bad about me? How am I a harlot? How am I believing in Satan? Where Satan wants you dead, and I'm kind of saying the only thing he disagrees with me about is that, hey, I'll think the human body wasn't meant to die. That is a big sin, apparently. But I've done a lot of research. I've even used some of this on myself. That why would I find science that's been proven to cure every illness for more than 30 years? And oh, I wanted to do a little bit of physical and emotional healing myself and use that same concept, and it works perfectly. How many of you guys are finding out that those medical drugs that, our medical world, a lot of them Christians, all of that medicine seems to be killing you? How many people in a Christian church are actually taking medication prescribed by doctors? those medications are killing you. You know, and the concept of how this stuff is curing people is recognizing the cause of what's killing you in the first place. So, wait a minute. If every illness has a cause, and you can get rid of every illness by curing the causes, meaning stop the behavior that's killing you, then you won't die of half the diseases we're dealing with. Just putting a few pieces of the puzzle together, I looked at the Bible. They used to live 900 years. Why is our lifespan so short? Because in the Bible, as this Christian guy's saying, you know, somebody, could be evil, could be Satan, put the text in there that says humans are only supposed to live 120 years. So if we're only supposed to be living 120 years, isn't it very, very important for us to behave in a way that we end up dying according to the plan in the Bible? Isn't it sort of brainwashing us to behave in sin and making us believe sin is a good thing, because that way we're following a Bible that says we need to die by the age of 20 or 120? I mean, my research says if you stop your sinning, and we're global, we affect each other globally, but if we all globally stop sinning, our lifespan would increase. God shows up when we show up. I'm not about to go and push my ideas on anybody, not about to call somebody, well, actually, I did mirror this guy, but I just end up going to be as bad as him, so I'm not going to do that anymore, because obviously he loves playing the war game. So pretty much all I can do is tell this Christian guy, you know, love ya, you're very misguided. Somebody obviously must have hurt you extremely bad. Somebody obviously has torn you apart. You were obviously very weak that you could buy into a lot of negative thinking. Somebody also has brainwashed you into believing that love is actually a really, really harmful thing to do to other people, because I ain't feeling no love from you. You know, I would suggest, if you want to experiment what love is, sort of ask the people around you, saying, okay, this is my idea of love. Can you feel it? And if other people say, no, not feeling the love, then maybe reflect on yourself that maybe you don't have the concept of love yet. Now, guiding people down truth, there's no way that you could convince me your truth is right. Your truth is about killing people, and there's no way I would ever believe that. Your idea of love, you know, from my own perspective, feels pretty bad. So there's no way I'm going to love in the same way you love. I'm not going to go and do this to other people. I'm not going to go and put everybody down and criticize everybody and make them feel like, you know, they are less than, in the hopes that it'll train anybody to believe anything. I mean, if they believe anything, then they're just going to believe how to be, you know, really cruel people, because that's what I would be doing to them, is being cruel to them. So they'll imitate me and do that to other people. Or I can be loving and understanding and compassionate, and I can train other people to be compassionate and loving too, by example. You know, people, we are humans. Study a little bit about science, but we learn best through example. And even if you looked at your Bible, the reason it says don't judge other people is because you could possibly be wrong, and you're not following your own Bible. You're not following anything that you're preaching, which is making you look wrong. And people learn by example, and the example you are showing me is something that I would reject in a second because you're not reflecting, you're not acting, you're not talking. You have absolutely zero aspect of what love is. Love is not about hate. Love is a good feeling. And you are not showing any signs of love. You're showing hate. So the only person that's rejecting, getting me to reject religion is you. Every Christian, you know, unless you want to be treated horribly, go down the Christian way. Unless you want to destroy the freaking planet, be a Christian. If you want to save the planet, get as far away from Christian as you possibly can. The Bible specifically says don't judge. And yet Christians do nothing but judging all the time. They think they're talking about truth, but there's no truth while they're judging. Because they need to judge themselves. And they can't judge themselves yet. Just at the bottom line, why does the Bible say don't judge? And why is it you can't judge? And why is it you justify? Without showing any Bible verses. Show me a Bible verse where it says, sinning is a bad thing except for when it's a good thing. Then you can sin all you want. Show me in the Bible where it says that you have permission to sin when it happens to be a sin to judge. Doesn't make any sense. So, religion is a bad thing. It's killing our planet. If we really want to heal the planet, if we want to get God, if we want to see God show up, God works through us. God helps those who help themselves. So we need to get together and start abandoning our religions, because all they do is create wars. They create, notice there's a war going on between me and this hamahog. I don't even want to have a war with him. It's love and peace. But he has no comprehension of being peaceful, so there's nothing I can do for the guy. I can't give him any love. He doesn't understand what love is. I can't give him any peace when he wants war. So, he's got to find his way. But unfortunately, his way, the way he's going to perceive his life is constantly push onto other people until he's destroyed the whole freaking planet. So, I guess as I'm learning it, why I attracted this, it's a matter of, can I still be peaceful? Can I still be loving? Can I still be understanding? Can I be forgiving? Pretty sure I can. He's just lost soul.